meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well. Thank you for stopping. And so tell me, what is your view on Black Power and Black empowerment? You
Black
started by telling me.
empowerment and Black power. For me, being a Black man is Black power to me. The fact that I can wake up and just my skin being highly melanated, being unapologetic with everything from my hair, my style, my personality, my culture. You know, that's how I view like Black power.
Definitely.
And
I agree with that 100%. Just being unapologetically Black.
unapologetically Black, that's all you
Period.
can do, babes.
Exactly. And you're doing great at it. So keep that up and tell me what you were saying about Rikers Island. So you went to Rikers.
So, my name's Teron, and I'm kind of like an activist for, a pro-Black activist. I do a lot of stuff for trans rights, a lot of stuff for Black Lives Matter, fighting for gay rights, and
That's amazing.
actually putting my body out there to endure what people have been going through. As you know, in Rikers Island, we have had like 6 suicides, over like 10, I want to say. I'm probably off with that number, but I know it's from 6 to 10 suicides just alone in this year due to the piss poor conditions of the jail cell. It was supposed to be shut down a couple of years ago, like before the start of 2020. I want to say around 2019, 2020. And because of COVID, they couldn't shut it down. They couldn't get the procedures started to shut this down. Me, myself, I went with my friend Ari, and we stood there outside. They wouldn't even allow us to go past the gates. We had to stand outside, not even outside the prison, but there's a long pathway, of course, that goes into the prison. The police was surrounded. They wouldn't allow us to go out there, so we stood out there singing freedom songs and fighting for that injustice. It's a real scary situation because, a lot of my Black brothers and sisters, a lot of my Latinos brothers and sisters have all been, discriminated against. They've been, put in these horrible conditions. Their human rights has been stripped away from them. And I just don't really agree with how things have transpired,
Definitely.
So I made an oath to myself to fight prison reform, to be the change. In theory, prison reform is supposed to be something that's supposed to rehabilitate. If you go to different countries like Switzerland, Poland, they go, when they sentence people, they go to jail, they wake up, get breakfast, they get told, hey, go outside, go enjoy your day, just be back at a certain time to go back into, their jail cell. So literally, here in America, we deal with a lot of injustices. We deal with, Black men being prosecuted for the wrong things, falsely accused as well. There was so many, getting a little emotional thinking about this, but there was a lot of people that I was talking to that was affected by youth Rikers, affected by the prison system, and that been in prison themselves, hearing so many Black women tell me their horrible stories about, certain prison guards taking advantage of them not getting fed, them not getting the proper, resources. That touches me, that touches home. I'm a child that had a father that was in jail in prison. So I know how it really is to be affected negatively by that. So if I could, I would use every single ounce of my voice to fight that reform, to bring a change, and to go above and beyond,
Definitely. And you're doing great. I feel like you are literally the epitome of what Queen Pino talks about, because the fact that you're using your voice and you're not just sitting home thinking about it, but you were putting your life on the line essentially, because any Black person that speaks up, it's essentially like a suicide in a way. You don't know what could happen, So it's it takes that courage though, and we need more Black people like that, and we need more people willing to use their voices, you know what I mean, regardless, just to speak up on injustice, because it's real. It's
You
very
know,
real.
it's so funny you said that because I mean, like, ever since George Floyd happened, before then, if we're being honest, yeah, people was protesting and stuff, but seeing like so many millennials, Gen Z, actually say, okay, like since we're all in the house and y'all was still out here doing this fuck shit to like black and brown communities, we're gonna speak on it. We're gonna go out here, we're gonna do the damn thing. And damn it, I'm not alone. Neither are you. If I can sit up there and change the world just speaking and like helping somebody out and changing their life, I'm gonna do it. for
Definitely.
sure.
And I know there's powers in numbers at the end of the day. Like, you know, period. You can't do it alone.
Can't do
You
it
know what I mean? It
alone.
just takes consistency of us to continuously use our voice and they will hear us. It's period. You know what I mean? Don't so loud.
Right.
I know you hear me. I know you see me. Like, stop playing with it. Right. Like, definitely. So I would say that's true. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you can take one. It's a free book of poetry.
Amen.
Yes, amen. God bless you.
Stay black, stay strong.
Thanks. Yes.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm always here to uplift my brothers and sisters. We need, like, I draw attention to black mental health. I draw attention to, like, the Latin community. I draw a lot of attention to, like, me because I'm a gay man. Well, I identify as
But through your story, you're able to identify with people and empathize with others and really draw people in because with your story, that's how you connect with people. Like, I feel connected to you through your story. I'm like, wow, like, this is real. And I can feel the emotion behind you telling it.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like, just experiencing it firsthand, really seeing it, having a front row seat.
because it's like I really went into that mindset of like me actually being there and me going through that and like all the raw emotion that I was feeling dealing with this, you know? It's hard. It's very fucking hard being black in America already. It's harder being black in America and having, you know, things put in your way, obstacles as I call them.
Yes, complications, nonstop complications. So
You know, like just unnecessary things. I look at my hate to be like this, but look at my white counterparts. I asked them, you know, have they ever been affected by systematic racism? And a lot of them don't even know what systematic racism is. And me sitting there breaking it down, like, okay, imagine, you know, going to a school that's in an inner city. We have two schools in the inner cities. We do a survey. Let's say we did a survey, and one school that's in the inner city gets more funding because it's predominantly white versus the other one that's black and brown. That's systematic racism. Like, I have to break that down. A lot of them is like, you know, because a lot of our counterparts are very, oh, well, yeah, you know, I grew up in the hood, or I grew up around there. I said, did you really grow up in the hood, or did you grow up in the hood?
Right.
Because there's one thing in living, there's a difference in living in it, and there's another difference in actually being in there, you know?
Definitely. I know what you mean. Like, growing up around it, really, or like down the block, or having friends that were there, you could just go there, but then really living in it and living in poverty, not like, you know what I mean? Like, really having that experience of what it means to, and just seeing your family go through certain things, whether or not, you know what I mean? But of course you have a choice. I feel like when it comes to making certain opportunities, but we're not gonna lie, like certain conditions will make it, it's like in itself, it's like people talks about it, like, how do you say, it's reactionary suicide, reacting to your circumstances. So it's like, I lack so much of a sense of self, and you're telling me that I don't matter, I can't contribute to society, you don't even see me, so at the end of the day, because I'm black, but you see them because they're white. So essentially, what the fuck, why would I make something myself and contribute to the society that essentially wants to destroy me? What is the point? Right. So I might as well go on the block and you know what I mean? Like, it's like people don't get that.
They don't get that because their whiteness has prevailed for them for generations on top of generations on top of generations. And I just get so, not like upset, like I'm more so frustrated that I know that we're not equal, you know? I just be like, damn, these opportunities are coming to you on a silver platter, yet my mom, my grandmother, my family, they had to like struggle, fight, they had to jump over obstacles and loops. Thank God that my parents are successful. Thank God that my grandmother and grandfather are financially stable. Like, thank God, I'm like 100% blessed for that. But if they was to sit here right now and explain like all the unnecessary barriers that they had to go through just to just to get to that point versus the white counterparts who's like, oh, well, I just went off to college and I just, you know, everything just fell
guy in
into
the
my
door
lap.
for being white, right?
Right, I was just like, it just literally fell into your lap
Right.
like that. It's annoying. It's annoying.
It is, definitely, and it's discouraging. It makes
Yeah.
you just like, you know what the fuck? I just did all of this. You could be a black Harvard graduate, a white person come from a community college. St. Lawrence, just a black person from a community college over the black Harvard. What the hell is this bullshit? That's really the type of stuff.
I be really,
Excuse me?
sometimes I be telling my friends, and when we do be having like actual conversations in regards to like, you know, race and everything, and we sit here and actually think about it, I'm like, how the fuck? Like, you just tell me we both went to community college, the same community college, and I have to do X, Y, and Z, and you just jump straight into the field that we got. We both went to community college for nursing, and you just jumped into a nursing position, yet they're telling me that I'm underqualified, I need more practice, I need more experience. Fuck the fact that I went to college for 4 years, to like 10 years to get this degree. That's the experience. You're telling, like, you know, let's be honest with me. If you're not going to see my work, somebody else's will. And for me, that's my overall message of spreading self-worth, spreading self-love, you know, acceptance, being unapologetically black, being unapologetically you know, regardless of your sexual orientation, regardless of where you come from, regardless of if you're like in the hood, grew up in the suburbs, grew up nice, whatever.
Right.
At the end of the day, we're all one. Yeah. We got to love each
Amen.
other. We got to love each other.
Okay, that's fact. That's a word right there. On a Sunday, on a Palm Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Right. Like, thank you so much. It was so great meeting you.